Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to discuss my competition belt setup. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at my competition belt setup. And if you follow my channel any at all, you know I try being as budget friendly and that kind of thing, bring high value items to the channel and kind of a DIY approach or whatever to show you guys on a budget that you can enjoy certain things or do certain things, whether it be prepping or survival or any of that. And we kind of do that. So nothing was sponsored in this video. Everything was bought and paid for out of my pocket. So I want to say that up front, that everything that you see here was paid for by me. So it's kind of an unbiased review. I try giving unbiased reviews no matter what. So, but this one was purchased. Everything was purchased by me. And I decided for the main belt and most of the setup, there's a few different components here from a couple different manufacturers, and we'll discuss that as we get into the video. And after doing much research, I decided to go with Black Scorpion Gear. So this company here is based out of, I forget where they're based out of. But anyway, blackscorpiongear.com. And they offer packages. So it kind of has everything that you would want, and then you just kind of put the package together. What you're going to see here that I'm going to tell you about, except for one component, is $220 including shipping to your door. So for that $220, you get the holster, the inner belt, the outer belt, 3 magazine holders like this, and 1 magazine holder that's a magnet. So that's what you're going to get. So it's not a bad deal, in my opinion. And so we'll discuss a little bit about my interactions with the company and things like that. So I did reach out to them ahead of time to see if they'd like to sponsor a video. I never heard back, which was fine. That happens. No big deal to me. And I decided, in fairness, I always offer it to them. And if they want to participate, fine. If I still want to buy it and I feel like it's a good value, I'll buy it. And again, I talk about that in a lot of my videos, that I research this stuff quite a bit prior to either purchasing or reaching out to the company. I reached out to the company, I didn't hear back, which was fine, and then I decided to purchase it based on some of my research. I didn't find a ton of information out there, but what I did find was pretty positive, and I decided to give it a shot based on the price point. And so again, we'll look at the inner belt real quick. So in a competition setup, you need an inner belt and an outer belt that coincide with one another. And the best method of that is Velcro, because it gives you a solid attachment all the way around your waist. So it comes with that. It's nice. It's not overly stiff. It doesn't need to be for the inner belt. So this smooth portion here would go against your body. This Velcro here would go on the outer portion. And then you have this keeper here that coincides with both. Once you get it all, the outer belt put on, you would put this on. To keep down on the bulk in the front, I recommend this portion where it comes together here, to put that at the back of your waist, and then the smooth portion would be at the front like this. So that's the way I recommend it. But anyway, so the inner belt here is, and it's got the little logo there, Black Scorpion Gear. Just FYI, some of this is a mix of foreign and domestic products. So this belt is made in Taiwan. It says it right here on their logo. Made in Taiwan, 100% nylon, tactical gear equipment. So the holster itself is Kydex. Let's go ahead and check the firearm. No magazine, no ammo. So this setup is for the TP9 SFX, and it's kind of weird because the holster's nice and it has adjustments here that you can do on the fly at the range. It depends on the stage. You might want it a little tighter, a little looser, so you can do that with these thumb adjustments right here. Has little rubber grommets that compress or expand based on how tight you tighten them. So they have 2 different versions. They have like a pro version and this one, and then maybe one other. But this one, the pro version, the difference is this one has a polymer hanger. The pro version has an aluminum hanger right here. So the weird thing about this hanger is it looks like it actually clamps on, and it does, except for it's not a quick disconnect clamp. And I'll show you an example of quick disconnect when we get over here to the AR-15 mag pouch, what one looks like. But you actually have to undo some screws, Allen screws, fold it over the belt, and then put it on. So kind of weird, but that's the way it is. So then you have this hanger system come down, and then what I call a standoff. This keeps it pushed up away from your leg to be able to clear everything nice and smooth. The holster itself, very nice constructed, no issues there. Everything is nice, really well rounded corners, polished, everything works. Again, it snaps into place around the trigger guard is where it's going to have the most tension. And again, a little bit down through here based on your tension there. I will tell you just FYI, the bottom, some people may wonder, the bottom is slightly beveled down, and that may cause some people some issues running compensators. The good thing about Kydex, and I'm going to try it once I get another compensator in, I've gotten a few of them in to test, is you can just heat this up and then slide your firearm in there where you've heated this bottom, and it'll open this up and mold to where it would fit the actual compensator. So, and it would stick out the bottom, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But you can do it that way. So it covers everything, USPSA legal, so no issues there. Nice RMR cutout, plenty of room. If you look back here, plenty of room to drive your hand in here to grab it to get a nice purchase for the draws. Okay, no extra retention at all, such as hoods or anything like that. So it depends on what division and what restrictions you have. You may want to check on that prior to purchase, but that's kind of that. We'll take this back out to make it easier on myself. Coming around here, and I'll go into detail a little more at a later date of setting one of these up, but I just want to kind of go over this package with you. So again, I told you, you get 3 of this style here. So these are universal for the most part. You can actually make these for single stack or double stack. These are pretty popular in most shooting sports like 3-gun and stuff, this similar style. And the way it works, you simply have adjustments here and here. And then if you want to make this for a single stack, you actually take a piece out, I think, or something. Forget how it works, but because I don't do single stack. But that's how that works. And you just adjust this, and then you would adjust it down here at the bottom. They're both under spring tension there and there. Now, if you notice, this is open in the front, and that is by design. And the reason is so when I go in here to index this magazine, my finger actually can lay right in there and know that it's right there. If not, you're having to stand your finger off a little bit, pull the magazine past it. In other words, if this was a solid piece, then come up and do like that. This makes it easier just to simply grab it, pull it right out. It's already indexed, ready to go. Just like that. So these are not quick release or anything. You actually have to slide them on this belt. That takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of doing. So I recommend kind of getting it all set up, and then before you go to the range, make sure that everything's in place where you want it, make all your adjustments. These are all adjustment for cant angle, so you would take an Allen wrench. I don't think the Allen wrenches come with it, just FYI if I remember correctly. So you unloosen it just slightly, and it's got little teeth that lock in, and then you adjust it where you want, what angle you want, and then you simply come back in here and tighten it back down. That simple. So if you look, these are at an angle already, kind of canted back. Okay, so then it also, in this package that I bought, comes with one of these, and this is a magnet style. So if you look, simply slaps on. You'll need some kind of steel. I have not checked the steel line Glock mags. They may work with this, they may not. I'll put in the comment section once I test it. I actually should test it, but I forgot, because when I switched over to shooting Canic instead of Glock, I kind of just out of sight, out of mind. So I'll for you Glock guys, I will check and see, because they do offer a Glock package. But this one, so in my particular sport, I don't really need more than 3 magazines. 1 going in the gun to start the stage, and 2 extra. So what I want to use this for is what I call my load and make ready So I can just clip it on. And the reason I'm going to use one of these instead of one of these for my load and make ready, first off, I don't have to have this in my pocket or anything weird. It's all right here on my belt. I can simply pull it off, load and make ready, and be ready to start the stage. But the reason I like this one over another one of these, it's less bulk. I could actually bump it up all the way against this and it would not get in my way later in the stage. And I can simply just put it up just like that. So it's a very powerful rare earth magnet, so you don't have to worry about that, and especially if you're going to use it just for the load and make ready magazine. And it's adjustable, obviously, for can or whatever you want to do, but it's not going to be permanently adjustable because you could bump it and knock it around. But it stays pretty well, to be honest with you. And I may order another one. I hadn't decided yet for my shotgun magazine, and I'll show you what I'm using currently and trying out. But anyway, it comes with one of these. Again, load and make ready is what I'm going to use it for. Some people would use it for the old crap, last resort. It's around back here somewhere, but if you had to have it for a stage, you could, get it. So, it's going around here. So this is the AR-15 pouch. Kind of mixed results on this one as far as what I thought about it. It is ambidextrous, right or left-handed. It is quick release. I'll show you that real quick. So, it has two tabs here, flips down, locks into place. So, this is where I ran into a few little issues with this setup, and a little bit of customer service concerns a little bit, but we'll talk about that as we go here. So, first off, when I got it, it only had 3 screws. And this was adjusted vertical, straight up and down originally. I've put it now since at a cant. So first things first, it only had 3 screws. I did confirm with customer service once I got to talk to them that it only comes with 3 screws, which I thought was a little odd, but whatever. I don't know if they're trying to save bucks or what the deal is, but it only came with 3 screws. The problem that I had is 2 of the 3 screws that I got, probably won't be able to see it, but they were boogered up to the point of it was not easy to tighten. My screwdriver kept slipping off the top trying to tighten it back down. So I emailed them first. I did not hear anything back. 0. Similar to the situation of seeing if they wanted to sponsor a video. Never got a response back. Gave them my order number, which one it was, told them the issues that I had. They did not respond. So I went to the little chat box that you see at the bottom of a lot of e-commerce sites. Did the same thing, sent out the chat, blah, 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 no response, no anything. So on the 3rd day after not hearing anything, I actually called and I spoke to a customer service rep about the screws. First, I just confirmed, hey, does it come with 3 or 4 screws? They said 3. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, but the problem is 2 of my 3 are messed up. And if you look, this one right there I've used, it's kind of boogered up too. So anyway, I don't know, but they're going to send me out a couple extra screws to fix that issue. The other concern I had, or issue, I was kind of wondering, so all of these come with Velcro backs, and the reason you want to do that is because if you put these on your outer belt and then you put your inner belt, there's no Velcro between here and there, and that's what those 2 Velcro, that's why it's designed with Velcro. The whole system is based on Velcro, right? So why not include it on everything? So it did not include it for this. I've since added one that I had laying around the house, and they did not include one for the holster. Why not? So the holster didn't have one, and this one didn't have one. And I asked the guy, and he gave me no real good answer. He said, well, we didn't think it was necessary, or whatever the answer was. Then why was it necessary for these if it's not necessary for these? It made no sense to me whatsoever. So anyway, they are sending out a couple pieces of Velcro. He was somewhat helpful, but not really overly helpful. Not very apologetic about anything. With the issues, and it wasn't major issues, and I told him, I said I like the system, but I had a couple of issues. So anyway, that was kind of my interaction with them on customer service. Kind of take that as you will. I don't know if it'll be more positive for you, more negative. I don't know. I'm just giving you my take on what happened. I like customer service. I like the service after the sale, right? So that's my issue, is they should be answering emails and things like that. So, and don't give me the COVID excuse. I work in a company that we make sure we make it happen. I don't care if people are answering phones from home, whatever the case, you make it happen if you're a business owner. So I don't want to hear the COVID excuse. And even if it's the gun industry, we're really crazy busy. I don't think they're out selling a bunch of competition rigs, which is what they specialize in. It's this style stuff. So I don't think they're inundated with people worried about them banning competition rigs. Maybe they are, but either way. So the next thing you're going to look at is this Rock Island Imports. This is for the VR80 mags, and I bought this off Advanced Tactical. I hadn't decided. I actually may order another one of these, to be honest with you, and incorporate this because it sticks to this really well, and I may wind up using one of these. I hadn't decided yet, but so far I'm going to use this Rock Island Armory. Now this one is injection molded. It is not Kydex, and it actually has 6 tension screws to adjust how you want, and so forth. Now this one has a little different belt system attachment. This one has this system here, and it actually is adjustable for cant and all that, but you have to undo these and clamp it down to your belt. The simplest way I found to do it is loosen these, take these all the way off, or vice versa. I don't care which two you do on the ends. Flip them up out of the way, get it on the belt, and flip them back down, line up the holes, and then put the screws in after you get adjusted where you want. Now, some people, I'm able to do it pretty good because I've done these belts in the past when I've shot competition in before, but I'll tell you a little trick. If you kind of get it where you want, I would take like a little paint pen, and you can mark on the back of this belt where stuff goes. So just put, if you even want to write, put what magazine goes here, what magazine holder goes here, where your holster goes. If you want to put lines, whatever. So if you ever need to take this stuff off, you can get it back to kind of where you think. Now, only do that once it is set up exactly like you think it's going to be perfect for you. Now, I know that may change later, so you might, if you use a white paint pen, you can go in and color that back out with a black Sharpie or something, and then go back and mark your new lines for your new setup. That's only if you need to repair something, take something off, or make a slight adjustment. You at least know where this stuff needs to go, because it is not easy to do. This will take you a couple hours, an hour to 2 hours, probably really practicing the draws, where stuff needs to be angled, how it needs to be set up, does it need to be moved, because believe it or not, in competition, 1 inch one way or half an inch one way or another makes all the difference in the ease of being able to manipulate all your gear on your belt efficiently and quickly and all that, which all matters during competition shooting. So if I forgot to mention, they are going to send me a couple new bolts and a couple pieces of Velcro. I think I mentioned that, but I just now thought about it. Want to make sure. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll come, and I'll be able to get that corrected that I found wrong with it. The outer belt is very stiff, very rigid, which is what you want, and I don't foresee any problems with that. It's got the nice little black Scorpion logo, Velcro all the way around, and see what I'm talking about with this Velcro here. So it coincides, and if not, you would have blank spaces, and it would not made up strong enough, in my opinion, if you wasn't careful, right along where those items are around your belt. So this one I'm not too worried about. I actually may take some Velcro and put across here even. I hadn't decided yet how I'm going to do that because of the design of it. But either way, I do want Velcro and everything else. So, but anyway, guys, just kind of wanted to show you the black Scorpion rig, and then, of course, this other couple things. And I may do another video later kind of going over everything and how I'm going to set it up. And, oh, just FYI, if you see these numbers on the back of these, number every mag that you're going to use. I even number a lot of times the mags that are not going to be used in competition, but definitely competition setups, I would number every mag. That way, if you've got a bad one or one that's giving you a little bit of problem, you can narrow it down to its magazine number 1. I don't want to run that in a stage anymore. I need to look at it when I get home, figure out what's going on with it. Maybe it's dirty, whatever, to get it rectified. You don't want to keep grabbing a bad magazine. And especially anything for like home defense, something you're going to rely on to save your life. I would number magazines that you're going to use in it and use known magazines that work in your particular setup. Sometimes magazines are not perfect. Something happens, something's out of spec just a little bit and causes something not to run correctly. I've seen, where they've got I think it's called flashing or plastic, where it's not smoothed off and it's got a little snag in it, and the bullets don't feed correctly. And it can be fixed, but again, if you're grabbing these up and trying them, and it's not good, and then you keep using that same magazine trying to grab it and not thinking about it, you need to number them. So number all your mags. Even say everything's numbered, even this one. This is number 0. And so I number everything 0 through whatever, kind of one of those deals. But anyway, inner and outer belt, setup, Scorpion gear, Black Scorpion gear, blackscorpiongear.com. Again, not promoting them. I will do comments, or at least maybe another follow-up video later after I use this in some competitions, tell you how it's held up, what I think about it at a later date. Again, this is kind of an unboxing, just getting everything set up the way I think I'll use it, and I'll report back either in the comment section or do another video. But Black Scorpion gear, if you're listening, have your customer service getting a little tighter. So make sure they're checking stuff and make sure that y'all are answering emails and things like that. So anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. If you got any experience with Black Scorpion gear or any of the accessories or things we've shown today, be sure to share that with us. That's always helpful. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring you another video shortly. Have a great day.